We are counting down the 10 large sailboats that stand out as the perfect match for men over 60. From floating cottages designed for gentle, restful motion to fortress-like builds that put safety and comfort above all else, these boats redefine what it means to age gracefully at sea. Each entry was chosen for its stability, ease of handling, and liveaboard simplicity, features that become crucial as priorities shift from speed to lasting comfort. Whether you are eyeing luxury without the hassle, craving ergonomic layouts, or looking for the reassurance of a boat built to care for you in any weather, this ranking uncovers models that let older sailors enjoy more freedom with less worry. Which boat sets the gold standard for motion comfort? Let's begin with number 1. Some boats are built to impress. The Island Packet 40 is built to care for you. For men over 60, this is where comfort at sea finds its truest form. Step aboard and you'll notice the full keel first, a design that quiets the ocean's restless motion and makes long passages feel like gliding through gentle hills instead of riding a roller coaster. Owners talk about sleeping through squalls, not because the wind is mild, but because the hull settles and resists the sharp, jarring roll that keeps lighter boats tossing. At anchor or underway, the heavy displacement of over 22,000 pounds keeps the boat steady, reducing fatigue and letting sore joints recover. Wide side decks and solid handrails give confidence even when balance is not what it once was. Down below, the saloon glows with warm teak and soft light, echoing the feeling of a cottage more than a vessel. The galley is broad and secure, the berths wide and inviting. Used models range from $80,000 to $220,000, a price that reflects both reputation and demand. For many, the Island Packet 40 isn't just a sailboat. It is a place where sleep returns, where motion soothes instead of agitates, and where comfort isn't a luxury, it is the point. This is the baseline for motion comfort at sea, and for many, the boat that finally lets them rest easy while the world drifts by. Hallberg-Rassy 42 stands guard in northern waters and distant seas. It is a boat built with the kind of strength older sailors trust. The center cockpit sits deep and sheltered, ringed by thick coamings and a windshield that shrugs off spray and wind. For anyone who has ever braced in an open cockpit as a squall rolls through, stepping into this cockpit feels like moving from the weather into a command post. The sense of protection is immediate and physical. Reefing becomes less of a scramble and more of a measured routine. All lines lead back, and the mainsail can be tamed from within this safe zone. Beneath the surface, the Hallberg-Rassy hull is hand-laid with solid fiberglass below the waterline, insulated with foam above, and reinforced by a grid of structural beams. The deck sandwich, 25 mm of PVC core, offers stiffness and warmth, far surpassing what most production boats provide. Surveyors and sailors alike call it bulletproof, and for good reason. Lloyd's Register certified the earliest models, and every hull since has carried CE Category A for unlimited ocean work. Used prices run from $160,000 to $460,000, a reflection of longevity and reputation. For men over 60, the Hallberg-Rassy 42 offers not just a boat, but a fortress. It is the peace of mind that comes from knowing, when the ocean gets serious, you are sitting in one of the safest cockpits afloat. The lesson here is simple. Comfort is not just about soft berths or wide saloons. Sometimes it is the feeling of being truly protected, so you can keep sailing no matter what the weather brings. Najad 390 and 400 models are quiet champions among blue water cruisers, especially for those who want quiet and dignity as they age. Step below decks, and the difference is immediate. Standing headroom of over 6 feet, wide passageways, and an interior that feels designed for real movement, not just looks. Every handhold is placed where you instinctively reach, whether crossing the saloon at anchor or bracing during a night watch. Berths stretch to at least 6 feet 5 inches, long enough for most to stretch out fully, with high backrests and lee cloths that cradle you even when the boat rolls. Owners talk about sleeping soundly on passage, not because the sea is calm, but because the motion is balanced, the hull's moderate beam and weight softening every lurch. That balanced motion creates comfort. The companionway steps are broad and gentle, easy on knees and hips, The galley is tucked in an L shape that lets you brace safely while cooking underway. Engine access is straightforward, with daily checks done without crawling or awkward bending. Used prices range from $140,000 to $340,000, reflecting both the build quality and the long-term following among serious cruisers. For men over 60, the Najad interior is not just about comfort, it is about preserving independence, making every passage a little easier on the body and letting you rest, move, and live aboard with quiet confidence. Amel Maramu 46 stands apart as a boat built for the realities of aging at sea. The ketch rig divides the sail area into smaller, lighter pieces, so instead of wrestling a massive main, you ease out two manageable sails. This is not just a nod to tradition, it is a system that lets a 65-year-old sailor reef in a squall without breaking stride. Every essential line leads back to the deep, enclosed cockpit, shielded by solid coamings and a hard dodger. In rough weather, you stay dry and secure, reefing, furling, and trimming sails from behind the wheel or even from the companionway. Many owners say they have not set foot on the foredeck in years, even during ocean crossings. This philosophy runs deep in Amel's design. Henri Amel once said the cockpit should be part of the living space, a place of protection, not just a spot to steer. For retirees who value dignity and independence, this matters. The Maramu 46's systems are robust yet simple, built for reliability over decades. Used prices range from $240,000 to $790,000, a reflection of both pedigree and global demand. With more than 280 hulls launched and countless circumnavigations logged, many by sailors in their 60s and 70s, the Maramu 46 is more than a legend. It is the world cruiser that lets older sailors keep their feet dry, their hands steady, and their dreams alive, no matter how far the horizon stretches. Oyster 435, luxury without the fragility. Step aboard, and the first thing you notice is the feeling of space. Headroom stretches to 6 feet 9 inches, a rare luxury on any boat, and a quiet gift for anyone who has ever ducked through a low companionway or banged a shoulder in a cramped galley. The cockpit is shaped for real living, not just steering, with a gentle rise from seat to coaming, wide enough for easy movement and deep enough to brace comfortably in a blow. Every surface, from the teak-trimmed benches to the broad, flat decks, is designed for secure footing and restful pauses. Owners in their late 60s talk about the difference this makes after surgery or as knees grow less forgiving. "The headroom and cockpit let me keep going," said one owner after downsizing from a boat that demanded too much. That practical comfort matters in ways that are hard to measure and easy to feel. Comfort at this level does come with a price. Annual upkeep on a 435 can runs $17,000 or more, and used prices today sit between $360,000 and $710,000. Systems are overbuilt and reliable, but when something does need fixing, parts and labor reflect the pedigree. For those who can afford it, the Oyster 435 offers a kind of comfort that is both physical and emotional, a home afloat that never feels like a compromise. It is a reminder that, past 60, investing in ease is not indulgence. It is buying more years of independent, confident sailing. For some, that is worth every penny. The Hunter 410 brings comfort within reach for many who once thought a truly livable boat was out of their budget. The walk-in aft cabin is a revelation. No ducking or twisting, just a straight, easy path from the companionway to a real bed. For men over 60, that means mornings without backaches and nights of uninterrupted sleep. The wide beam stretches the saloon and cockpit, giving space to move, stretch, and relax without bumping elbows. Owners often compare it to a floating condo. You wake, step into the galley, and brew coffee with both feet flat on the floor. The cockpit is broad and protected, with gentle steps and plenty of grab rails, making movement safe even when balance is not what it used to be. What really sets the Hunter 410 apart is its connection to home. Built in America, it benefits from a deep network of domestic parts suppliers and service yards. Need a replacement pump or stove? Most marinas have it in stock, and repairs rarely require a specialist. This keeps maintenance costs down and gets you back on the water faster. Used prices hover between $65,000 and $135,000, making it one of the most accessible entries into large boat comfort. For those who want to enjoy the big boat lifestyle without the premium price or long waits for foreign spares, the Hunter 410 delivers a practical, comfortable home afloat. One that is easy to keep running, easy to move around, and easy to love. Benetou's Oceanis 411 is the boat that turned countless part-time sailors into full-time liveaboards. Step inside, and the first thing you notice is light, big windows, pale wood, and a saloon that feels more like a city apartment than a traditional yacht. For men over 60, that brightness is not just decoration. It is a relief for aging eyes, a place where reading charts or sharing a meal happens in daylight, not gloom. The sense of space is real. Headroom stretches to over 6 feet, and the main saloon swallows a dinner party with room to spare. But the Oceanis 411's real gift is how it handles sail work. Roller furling mainsail and jib come standard, no more wrestling canvas on the foredeck or fighting with winches in a blow. With a simple tug of a line, sails roll in or out from the cockpit, and many owners retrofit electric winches for even less effort. This is not just convenience, it is independence. One person, even with reduced strength or arthritis, can handle the boat safely from the wheel. Used prices run between $85,000 and $175,000, and the model remains one of the most popular choices for retirees who want easy living without giving up real sailing. Owners report that regular upkeep is straightforward. Occasional leaks or winch service happen, but nothing that cannot be managed quickly by a local yard. For those who want a floating home that is bright, open, and genuinely manageable into their 70s, the Oceanis 411 delivers. It is a reminder that comfort is not just about cushions and cabins, it is about making every day afloat as simple as possible. Natural light is more than a luxury when eyesight grows less forgiving. On the Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 42DS, daylight pours through sweeping deck saloon windows, turning the main cabin into a bright, inviting space even on gray days. This is not just about aesthetics. For older sailors, clear sightlines and a well-lit interior reduce the strain of moving around, reading charts, or preparing a meal. The elevated saloon means you can see the world outside while seated, no more craning your neck or shuffling to a porthole. Owners with partial vision or slower reflexes often mention how much safer they feel, able to spot lines, steps, and handholds at a glance. The companionway is another quiet triumph. Instead of steep, narrow steps, Jeanneau designed a gentle angle with wide treads and solid rails on both sides. For anyone with stiff knees or an aching back, this makes every trip below decks less of a hurdle and more of a simple transition. Moving from cockpit to saloon, or vice versa, requires less effort and carries less risk, a detail that matters more with every passing year for safety. Used models typically list between $90,000 and $185,000, with most systems straightforward to maintain, keeping maintenance manageable. One thing to watch is the window seals. Over time, they may need attention to keep the saloon dry, but parts are widely available in the United States and Europe. For men over 60 who value vision, safe movement, and a sense of openness, the 42DS is a gentle giant, a boat that welcomes you aboard and helps you stay there comfortably for years to come. Some boats feel like a product of their era. The Tayana. 42 and 48 feel timeless, built by hand, heavy in the water, and filled with the scent of real teak. These are boats for sailors who want their home afloat to have soul, not just systems. Step aboard and the weight of the hull is the first thing you notice. At over 30,000 pounds for the 48, the motion at sea is slow and gentle, almost like the boat is taking its time with every wave. Owners who have sailed lighter, faster boats often talk about the relief of this motion, the way their bodies relax, the way sleep comes easier, the way long days offshore feel less punishing. The interior is a craftsman's signature. Teak lines every surface, from the broad saloon table to the carved handrails that follow you through the passageways. Living aboard a Tayana is about more than comfort. It is about feeling surrounded by something made to last. But that beauty comes with its own demands. Teak decks need regular care, sanding, oiling, and recorking. Some owners keep logs, tracking every hour spent preserving the wood's glow. It is a ritual, a trade for the warmth and history underfoot. Used prices run from $75,000 to $255,000, depending on age and care. For men over 60, the Tayana offers a kind of romance that is hard to find in modern production boats. It is for those who want to slow down, savor the journey, and live surrounded by the work of real hands. The lesson here is simple. Sometimes the boat that asks more of you gives more back in return. Catalina 42 stands out as the large sailboat that makes big boat comfort truly accessible. For many men over 60, it is not about chasing luxury or exotic pedigree. It is about finding a boat that is easy to own, simple to keep running, and always ready for a weekend or a season afloat. The cockpit is broad and welcoming, with enough space to stretch out or host family without squeezing past winches or ducking under lines. Every control is where you expect it, with sheets and halyards led aft, so sail handling can be done without leaving the safety of the cockpit. Even solo, or with a partner who prefers reading to reefing, you can get underway with confidence. What makes the Catalina 42 unique is not just the design, but the community behind it. With thousands of hulls built and an active owner forum, advice and spare parts are never far away. Need a replacement pump or a wiring diagram? Chances are another owner has posted the answer or has the part in their dock box. This network keeps maintenance simple and costs down. One of the reasons used prices remain steady, ranging from $68,000 to $138,000 depending on age and upgrades. Resale is strong, and support is unmatched among American-built boats. For retirees who want a straightforward, reliable platform, one that does not demand deep pockets or endless hours in the engine room, the Catalina 42 delivers. It is the everyman's answer to big boat dreams, affordable, comfortable, and backed by a community that keeps you sailing year after year. Across all 10 sailboats, one pattern stands out: comfort and dignity. Now define the perfect boat for life after 60. Designers have shifted from chasing speed to creating floating homes, where stability, safety, and ease of use come first. For older sailors, these boats are not indulgences. They are the foundation for living well at sea. True adventure endures. The right boat makes it possible.